Welcome to Starwatch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next.
On April 3rd, Huanxi Media quietly made an announcement that immediately began circulating across entertainment circles and fan communities worldwide. The long-anticipated film, Mermaid, has officially been given a confirmed release window, scheduled for June 2026. At first glance, it appears to be a simple production update. But for those who have been following the project closely, this moment carries far more weight. It signals the closing of a long, creative journey, one that has remained in careful refinement, surrounded by curiosity, expectation, and a growing sense of cultural anticipation. Starring Wang Yibo and directed by Cheng Er, this project has already built a reputation, not just as a film, but as an artistic statement in motion. And now, with the release date finally set, attention is shifting from anticipation to something far more powerful, expectation turning into reality. What kind of story has been shaping quietly behind the scenes? And why does this particular release feel like more than just another film premiere? The answers lie in the details that have slowly built this moment into one of the most closely watched cinematic events of 2026. As confirmed by Huanxi Media's latest slate announcement, Mermaid is positioned as one of the studio's key releases for the year. The project is directed by Cheng Er, a filmmaker widely known for his distinctive visual language and layered storytelling approach, often leaning into non-linear narrative structures, symbolic framing, and emotionally restrained performances. Returning to collaborate with him is Wang Yibo, marking their second artistic partnership following Nameless. This reunion alone has been enough to spark significant discussion among film watchers, as their previous collaboration was already noted for its atmospheric intensity and unconventional narrative rhythm. Alongside them, respected performers such as Tang Wei and Wang Chuanjun contribute to a cast that blends experience with evolving artistic energy, creating a dynamic ensemble that feels carefully curated rather than assembled. The film itself is described as an art-driven cinematic exploration spanning multiple locations, including the Greater Khingan Mountains, Hanoi, and Aomori. These settings are not simply backdrops, but narrative environments that shape the emotional direction of the story. The production reportedly completed filming earlier and has now entered a detailed post-production phase where emphasis is placed on visual refinement, narrative coherence, and atmospheric precision. Rather than rushing toward release, the creative team appears committed to preserving the intended artistic tone, suggesting a project that values depth over immediacy. What makes Mermaid particularly intriguing is not just its cast or production scale, but the thematic direction it embraces. The narrative is understood to revolve around interconnected lives and shifting identities, exploring characters who navigate different stages of emotional and personal transformation. A young individual seeking meaning beyond isolation, a middle-aged figure embodying symbolic existence, and a student artist discovering their creative voice. These threads are woven together in a structure that resists conventional linear storytelling. Instead, The film leans into interpretation, symbolism, and emotional resonance, allowing audiences to engage with meaning rather than simply follow plot. In interviews and production commentary, Wang Yibo has described the role as one that brought him a strong sense of creative fulfillment. Rather than approaching it with urgency, he emphasized patience and trust in the process, suggesting that certain stories require time to mature before they reach their final form. This sentiment has resonated strongly with audiences, especially in a fast-paced entertainment landscape where immediacy often dominates. His involvement has also contributed significantly to the project's visibility, as his presence consistently draws attention across platforms, turning even small updates into widely discussed moments. Cheng Er's direction further elevates expectations. Known for his precise control of visual composition and his ability to communicate emotion through imagery rather than dialogue, he brings a distinct cinematic identity to the project. His work often features carefully structured frames, symbolic use of space, and a rhythm that encourages viewers to observe rather than simply consume. In Mermaid, this approach is expected to play a central role, shaping a film experience that leans toward immersion and reflection. Social media discussions surrounding the film continue to grow steadily, with many viewers expressing curiosity about how the final version will balance artistic ambition with emotional accessibility. Early indications suggest that Mermaid is not designed for instant gratification, but rather for lingering impact, the kind of film that reveals more with time and repeated reflection. This has only strengthened anticipation as audiences increasingly look for works that offer depth in addition to entertainment. Beyond its narrative and artistic framework, Mermaid also represents a broader moment within contemporary cinema, where cross-regional storytelling and international filming locations reflect an expanding creative landscape. The use of diverse environments, such as mountainous regions, Southeast Asian urban spaces, and Japanese coastal settings, contributes to a visual language that feels global in scope while remaining intimate in emotional focus. This balance between scale and sensitivity is part of what continues to draw attention to the project. As the release window approaches, expectations continue to build quietly but steadily. There is a growing sense that Mermaid may not only be a film release, but a cultural moment that invites discussion about storytelling, artistic direction, and the evolving relationship between audience and cinema. While nothing can be fully anticipated until the final version is seen, the journey so far has already established a strong foundation of interest and curiosity. And in a landscape where many projects come and go quickly, this one appears to be taking a different path, one defined by patience, intention, and creative restraint. Whether it ultimately meets, exceeds, or challenges, expectations remains to be seen. But one thing is already clear. Attention is firmly set, and the conversation has only just begun. If you have been following updates like this, thank you for spending your time with Starwatch Now. We truly appreciate having you here as part of this growing community. If you enjoy deep dives into entertainment news, film updates, and behind-the-scenes industry stories, consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next. Your support helps us continue bringing thoughtful, carefully crafted updates from the world of cinema and beyond. We will be here with more developments, more stories, and more insights as they unfold. Until then, thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next update.